Good day, everyone. This is Janbet A. Villar, your math teacher for today's discussion. And for today's lesson, we are going to discuss the chapter 6, lesson 1 and 2. But first, let us discuss first the lesson 1, which is the visualization of percent. Okay, let's start. The word percent comes from the Latin percentum, which means per hundred or for every 100. It is one of the most common ratios, the second term of which is 100. The percent symbol, this one, has a value of 1 over 100. For example, 5% is equivalent to 5 times 1 over 100 or 5 100. So its equivalent in ratio is 5 100. The fraction is 5 over 100 is read as 500, which when written in decimal is 0.05. Okay, so ngano man kaha na? Okay, let's find out. Um, so it means that 5% may be written as, so we have number 1 fraction, that is 5 over 100 or 120. Number 2, decimal, that is 0.05. And then the third one is the ratio. We have 5, 100, or 120. So na siya mga or, no? So nga naman kaha na. So we are going to discuss that. Please bear with me. Wait. Okay, now we will discuss and give examples on how percent is converted to decimal, fraction, and ratio. So we are going to visualize the percent through converting the percent to decimal, fraction, and ratio. So we have first the converting the percent to the fraction. Okay, so please paminaw. To convert a percent to a fraction, multiply the number of percent to the value of percent sign, which is 1 over 100. Then express it in simplest form. So iya ang pasabot daw kay ang number sa iyahang percent kay i-multiply sa percent sign, which is the 100, 1 over 100. So we have example here that 35% is equals to 35 over 100 or 720. So we are going to so ang iyahang percent sign man, iyahang percent is 35. So we are going to multiply 35 to the the percent sign, which is the 100 of 1 over 100. So if we are going to multiply 35 times 1 over 100, that is 35, and then copy the denominator, which is the 100, that is 35 over 100. So giyon man din hinga, we are going to express in simplest form. So ato siyang express in simplest form. So kabaw naman ta mo express of simplest form, ato lang siya hatagan og number nga ma-divide niya para mas ma-express siya in simplest form. So we ngay hatag ta og 5 para mo divide, that is 35 divided by 5, that is 7, and then 5 divided by 100 is 20. So we have the simplest form 7 over 20. And now let's go into convert percent to ratio. So to express a percent to a ratio, the number of percent becomes the first term of the ratio, while the second term is always 100. It means that we may also first find its equivalent in simple form. Then express it as a ratio, that is the numerator becomes the first term of the ratio, and the denominator becomes the second term. So ang pasabot niya kay basta naa kuno tay first term, that is automatically kung naa kuno tay numerator, that is automatically our first term, and then the second term would always be the denominator. So we have example here: 30 to 100 or 3, 10, 20, 100 or 1, 5, 40, 100 or 2, 5. So, nga naman na siya. So, simply because we have if we have 30%, we are converting the 30 as the first term. So we have here the first term na siya 30, and then ang percent is 100 by ana siya. So we have the denominator 100 or 310 because we ato na siya gi-express in simplest form. So ato siya gi-divide og 10. So mo ni siya ang pinaka simplest form ang 310. So number 2 is 20. We have 20 the first term, and then the second term is 100. So ato siya gi-express in simplest form. We have 15, and then the 40 100. So we have 2 5 because divided we divide nato sila og 20. So we have 2 and 5. Nagets ra ang convert into ratio. Maura to good basta kung naatay percent ato ang katong pilay value sa percent mao to siya ato ang first term, and then automatically the denominator would be 100 because kay mao man ay hang kanang percent value ang kanang 100. So and then next step is we are going to express in simplest form. So mao ra jud na sa convert into ratio. So mora ni siya, timan ina siya basta yun ani na gani ratio na dayon na siya. Next is we are going to convert percent to decimal. So to convert a percent to decimal, divide the number by 100 and drop the percent symbol. So for instance, 10% is equals to 10 over 100, which is 0.10 in decimal. In our lesson on decimals, the shortcut in dividing by 100 is simply move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So sa yun sa question no kay we are just going to divide the percent into the percent symbol. So nata example 10%, so i-divide na nato siya sa percent symbol nga 100. So we have 0.10 nga kanang answer. And para daw mas sayon, we have this shortcut. I-remove lang daw nato ang kanang decimal, and then butkin lang nato og 0. So we have here example. So 30%, we have 0.3. So kung mag-divide pa ta, wrong na siya. So example, so we have 30% that is equivalent to 0.30. So if we are going to divide 30 to 100, 30 divided by 100, that is 0.30. So ang shortcut daw, so magbutang lang daw ta og 0 and then move the decimal to the left. That is, and then put the value, so 0.30. 35% divided by 100, that is 0.35, or ibutang lang nato ang decimal sa left and then add 0. And then same ra gihapon sa 15%, 15 divided by 100, that is 0.5, or ibutang lang gihapon nato ang decimal sa left side and then add 0. So sir na kay ang decimal no. So mura ato timan-an ha. Let's go back sa para mas pasabtan siya. Percent of fraction, magbutang lang lang ta sa kuan ang iyahang value sa percent kay ibutang nato, and then i-over lang nato ang percent sign, value sa percent sign, which is the 100. So if we have 35%, that is 35 over 100. So nasabtan ra karora, ibutang na dayon nato ang 100 sa ubos. So sa ratio, kay katarang first term ug second term, ang second term would always be the denominator, that is the 100, kay mao man na siya ang value sa percent. So automatically 100 day na siya, depende na lang kung pila ay mahang value sa igbaw, pila ang value sa imong percent. So mo na siya imong first term, and then imo din na siya express into simplest form. So mo divide ra kag number nga mas pinaka simply. And then the next one is katong percent to decimal. So mura na siya, mura siya ang value sa imong percent i-divide sa value sa percent sign, which is 1 over 100 or 100. So muna na siya imuhang ma-convert na siya sa percent to decimal. So I think na-gets na ninyo, guys. So kung na-gets na ninyo, we are going to answer this. Complete the table. I'm giving you 5 minutes to answer that. And then after, we are going to check your answer. Okay, that's enough. Finish or not finish, let's go check your work. So we have here 30% for the male students. So the decimal is 0.30, and then the fraction is 30 over 100 or 3 over 10. So ato siya kuan sa simplest form. Ato siya divide og 10. So we have 3 and then 10. So sa ratio, we have the first term 30, the second term is 100 or 310. So mara gihapon na siya. So we have 50% and then 0.50 and then 50 over 100 sa fraction, that is 1/2 kung ato siya simplest form. So mahagihapon 50 atong first term, second term is 100 or 1/2 or 1/2. So maora na siya, guys. So yun ra kaayo. O, diba? 20%. So, ato raw din siya i-copy ang 20 niya. Magbutang lang ta og left og decimal sa left side. Dayon 0. O, na-convert na siya sa decimal. And then, nasa sa fraction to 20. 20, copy na natong 20 niya. Ibutang na din nato ang percent sign. Ang value sa percent sign nga 100. Yeah. I-express in simplest form. So, we have 1/5. So, same ra gyapon sa ratio. We have 20 over 20 the first term, and then second term is 100 or 1/5. So we have 40%, that is 0.40 in decimal. The fraction is 40 over 100 or 2/5. Then we have sa ratio 40 is the first term, 100 is the second term, and then we are going to express into simplest form. We have 2/5 or 2/5. Lastly, 45%, that is 0.45 in decimal. Basta mora jud to, ato ra na i-copy ang value and then add to the left ang decimal and then 0. Dayon 45 sa fraction, 45 over 100 or 9 over 20. So express into simplest form ra gihapon. And then sa ratio kay we have 45 is the first term, and then second term would always be 100, or ito siya express into the simplest form. We have 9/20. So that is the visualization of percent, and I hope that nagets na ninyo. Kaya sayo na kayo siya, guys. That's all for today. That is all for our lesson 1, and see you again for the lesson 2. Hello again. So for today's lesson, we are going to discuss the lesson 2, which is the percentage, base, and the rate. Okay, let's start. So we have here the lesson opener. A test has 20 questions. If Mabel gets 80% correct, how many questions did she miss? So we will start by translating the above problem into a number sentence. So ato sa siya i-translate into a number sentence. Let n equals the number of items missed, since the problem is asking if how many items were missed. Then, instead of using 80%, we use 20%, because if 80% of the test was answered correctly, then 100% minus 80% or 20% was answered incorrectly or was missed. So 20% of 20 equals n, or 20% times 20 equals n. So, please bear with me para mas masabtan siya. In the number sentence, 20 is the total number of items in the test, or it is the perfect score. So, it is equal to 100%. So 20 ang iyahang number of items. So, that is equal to 100%. Kaya kung makakuha ka og ma-perfect na nimo ang 20%, nakakuan ka og na-check ka og balig 100% kay imo man siya na perfect. Ang perfect score man is 20, so that is 100%. It is called the base. So muna siya ang atong gitawag na base, and we have here the B sign for the base. On the other hand, the answer which is still unknown and is represented by n is called the percentage. So ang kaning unknown pa nga ato pa siyang find out unsa iyahang kuan nga nagrepresent pa siya sa n kay wa pa ta kay baw ato pa siya i-solve, that is percentage. It is the part of the base. Finally, 20% is called the rate. Rate is the ratio between the percentage and the base. So we have here. From this formula, we can then derive the formula in finding the base and the rate, which are as follows. So we have here the formulas. So paminaw jud ta kay para maminaw jud ta para makuha nato ang problem sa ganina. And para mas ato asyang sayon ma-solve kung kay bata sa formula. So we have percentage. P equals rate, our percentage equals rate times base. Then, so we have here R equals P over B. So that is rate equals percentage over base. So we have also second formula here, that is base equals percentage over rate. So to solve our problem, we use the first formula since we are solving for the percentage. So we are going to translate into the number sentence. So we have P for the percentage equals R times base, or rate times base. So ato sa siya ipang translate. So we have 20% times 20. So magkuha man ta sa percentage. So ato sa siya i-times ang rate and then the base. So we have 0.2 times 20. So di at naman siya percent. So ato sa siya i-convert into decimal para masayon nato siya ma-multiply sa 20 or sa base. So saan kito pag-convert sa percent into decimal? We just simply divide the value into the percent value. Ang percent value gani kay pila ito? 1 over 100. So we are going to divide 20 over 1 over 100. So that is 0.2 times 20. So if we are going to multiply 0.2 times 20, so we have 4. So it means that Mabel missed 4 items. So ang atong percentage is 4. So that is 4 items iyang na missed. Nakuha ra. Basta timanan nato, basta mag-solve to sa percentage, that is P equals rate times base. So i-times na nato ang base of ang rate. So ato na sa lagod pang-translate good. So makuha ra dayon ang iyahang percentage. So okay, so before anything else, let's have first the evaluation. So evaluate ta mo kung nakasabot ba mo sa ako ang gidiscuss karon. So solve that for the unknown. We have number 1, what percent of 30 or 350 is 70? Number 2, 2.5% of what number is 1.4? So i-follow lang ninyo. I will give you 10 minutes to answer these 5 items, and then after you answered, let us correct your answer. Okay, time is up. Now let's check your answer. So for the number 1, ato sa siyang ipang translate. So we have the number sentence and times 350 equals 70. So given facts, B or for the base is equals to 350 and percentage equals to 70. So we are solving for the rate. So unknown. Unknown man siya. So ang unknown niya is rate. So we are solving the rate. So formula is, katong formula ganina, R equals P over B. So that is 70 over 350. So that is equals to 0.2 or 20%. Kay gi-divide naman nato ang percentage over base. So muna siya ang rate. So muna siya dara 70 divided by 350, that is 0.2. So we are going to convert it into a percent. So times na nato siya sa value of percent. So percent value is 100 man. So that is 20%. Number 2, 2.5% of what number is 2.5% of what number is 1.4. So we have number sentence 2.5% times n equals 1.4. So given facts here, r equals 2.5%. And then we have the percentage, p equals 1.4. So unknown ang base. So ato isolve ang base kay unknown man siya. So we have here the formula. Base equals percentage over rate. So we have 1.4 and then divide over 0.025, that is equals to 56. So ang base niya is 56. Now let's go to number 3. What number is 75% of 260? So we have here the number sentence 75% times 260 equals n. Given factor is rate equals 75% and then the B for the base is 260. Unknown percentage. So basta unknown gani, that is percentage, and then we are going basta unknown dira nato pangitaon ang iyahang unknown. Ang iyang unknown man is percentage, so we are going to solve for the percentage. We are going to find the percentage. So we have here the formula. P equals R over 100 times base. So equals to 75 iyahang rate, so over 100, and then it times na to into 260. Iyahang base is 260. Dayon, we have answered 0.75 kay i-translate man nato siya ang 75 over 100, i-translate nato siya into decimal, and then we have multiplied it by 260, that is 195. So that is for the percentage. Ang iyang unknown percentage is 195. So if you are correct, that's good. And then we are going to the next. We have here, wait a minute guys, 38 is what percent of 95? So ato translate into the number sentence. Number sentence is n percent times 95 equals 38. So we have the unknown is the rate. So given facts, base equals 25 and then the percentage equals 38. So we have here the formula. R is equals to P over B. So ang R man itong gipangita, ang rate man itong gipangita. So we have 30, ito sa siya translate, 38 over 95 equals to 0.4 or 40%. So kung i-divide na to ang 38 over 95, we have 0.4. And then ato siya i-translate into percent, that is 40%. So para mas sure, ato daw siya i-divide ang 38 over 95. wait a minute. 38 divided by 95. Okay, so no, dara no, 0.4. So divide rata basta kanay na siya nga formula. And then translate dayon into kuan percent, that is 40%. So we have the answer 0.4 or 40%. Okay, let's move on to number 5. 36 is 3 to the power of 7 point, no, I mean 37.5% of what number? So we have the number sentence. 37.5% times n equals 36. So given facts, rate equals 37.5%, and that is for the rate, and we have for the percentage equals 36. So unknown is base. So ato pangitawon ang base. So we have here the formula B or base equals percentage over rate. So ato sa siya translate 36 over 0.375, I mean 0.375, that is 96. So basta magkuha nato sa base, we simply divide percentage over rate. So that 36 divided by 0.375, that is 96. That is correct. So if you answered 96, that is correct. So kana mao na jud na siya, basta kung unsa gito'y problema, for example unsa ang unknown, dira na ta mag-solve. So we have the formula. Let's not forget about the formula. Kani ay na this. Tara, mura na siya ang formula ha, basta magkuha na ta sa iyahang unknown. So that's it for today's video, for today's lesson, class. See you next time again. I hope you learned something. So goodbye everyone.